This is the Collectibles Podcast on SI, part of the Sports Card Nonsense Media Network. From chasing grails to calling bluffs, going inside the hobby. Here is your host, Ryan Alford.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Collectibles on SI, your home for the hobby on the Sports Illustrated Network, part of the Sports Card Nonsense Media Network. I am Ryan Alford, your host, and I am pumped. I get to do what I love, talk about the hobby, get to join this space. I host another show called Right About Now. It's the #1 marketing and business show on Apple. Been doing it for 7 years, but I grew up in the hobby. I grew up collecting cards, and on the set, you can see the cards, the shoes. I want to give a shout out to my guys on the Sports Card Nonsense Network, Gio, Jesse, all the guys that are a part of that group that have welcomed me in. I appreciate it. I want to do justice to the hobby and just bring another gear and a fresh perspective. A dad and his 4 boys here ripping, selling, talking the business, sharing insights, news, of course, the latest and greatest in the hobby and some of the best interviews on the planet. And I just want to be authentic and true to this space because I'm blessed to get to do this show, to come to you twice a week, bringing you the best and brightest, hopefully, in the hobby. That's the goal. You know, we're going to talk about all things in the hobby on this show, but admittedly, the boys and I are into kicks and cards probably more than anything else. We have a dose of Pokemon. Yeah, a little bit. We're more sports card guys, football, basketball, but we're light on baseball. And that's probably the good, switch with us and Gio and the guys. Gio and the guys are big on baseball. We're more football guys. We grew up in the South, Clemson Tigers. Woo! Go Tigers. Clemson grad and literally, bleed orange. But this show is going to be about bringing all perspectives and everything happening. NIL's crazy. There's so many topics to get into. I'm so pumped. This show is built for you. And I'm really excited about the interactivity we're going to bring to this, bringing some of the things we've been doing in podcasting to hopefully make it a more engaging show. Talk a little bit, but hey, I'm going to let the specialist talk. So I'm just like you. I'm a collector at heart, and I'm here to learn as much as anything. Got my takes, got a business savvy to me, running 4 companies, podcast network, running the Right About Now, your business show, but I'm here to bring to you and curate the best in the hobby to sort of bring it all behind the scenes and use the access that I have to show you what's happening and also show you real time what's happening with me and the boys with what we're collecting. And I guess more than anything, the hobby has really turned into this business, which I love, but I also want to get it back to what the name of the show is. It's collecting, collectibles. I'm just pumped, excited to be here. There are a few segments, a few notes. One, here's what I want you to do. If you're listening, you need to be watching. If you're watching, you need to be listening because we're on YouTube, we're on social media, we're building this thing. So go follow it. Collectibles.show is going to be the universal handle. That's the website, www.collectibles.show, TikTok, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. So depending on where you're catching this now, collectibles.show is where you'll find all of the channels and learn more about what we're doing. And ultimately, we want to hear from you. We're going to be doing every week, once we get rolling, start getting submissions in, case hits at collectibles.show. Send in those videos. I want to know the stories. We're going to bring them to life here on the show. We're going to do a segment each week once we get rolling and get some videos in where we share that, and we want your collections to make it here on the show with us. We want to feature you. Mark your calendars for where we're going to be Tuesdays and Fridays here on the show. This first episode is releasing on a Monday, and then next week we'll be releasing on Tuesday and Friday. We got some big names, telling you. Talked about Josh Luer. We got Gio, the voice of the hobby. Talk to Gio about that. You're going to hear that segment. Awesome. Got behind the scenes of what's happening in the hobby, why Gio got in, why he's doing what he's doing, and really the whole hobby is an industry and how much opportunity there is here and how great it is. And that's why I'm here. I'm just here to learn, to love, and to ultimately bring to you something a little different. So stay tuned. Go follow us on social media. Go follow on YouTube if you're listening, and give us some love there and give us some feedback. Give some comments and be gentle. Hey, first time with this one. There are a lot of shows, but here to get better and here to learn and here to bring it to you ultimately so that you can collect what you want, learn what you need to learn, and get inside the hobby every week. Did I mention the King of Cards? He's coming on. Kyle's my boy. He's coming on too. He's one of the first episodes. After Gio, we got Josh Luber, King of Cards. A few things up our sleeves. A guy named Gary V, little buddy of mine. Talk a little V friends. He'll be coming on here in the next few weeks. Man, we're lining up the big ones, the big hitters. And then we're going to get into the hobby, some of the subtle things in collecting, artwork, memorabilia, all that stuff. Pumped to be here. But here's what you can expect on the show. Great interviews, news and insights, the rad rips of the week, and then, of course, those case hit pulls and just PC pulls from you. Those great stories that we want to tell for that card you hit. I want to bring these stories to life just for you, and I'm so excited to be here. Now, let's get to the interview with Mike Gioseffi from Sports Card Nonsense. I'm just calling him the voice of the hobby. We sat down at the National just a few weeks ago, had a blast with those guys. Mike is awesome. He tells it like it is, man. I respect him, and we're going to have a lot of fun together. Here comes that segment right here. What's up, Mike?
I'm excited to be here, man. Yeah, I am curious. I don't want to nose bomb this thing originally. However, you are like this titan in the real world, and you're nobody in this world yet. I don't want to be that disrespectful. I'm serious. Like, it is a weird. What's the mentality? Weird. Give me the playbook. Like, are you coming here like divide and conquer, like you've done the other stuff, or is this like a? I want to know, because it is. Like, I've never talked to somebody way more successful than me. In everything else, you're even taller and better looking than me. But you're as good looking as me. But then, totally starting fresh here.
Honestly, you know what's interesting, Gio, is like a lot of people think that like success and like especially me building personal brand and doing what I've done, that there would be a lot of ego attached to it.
Sure.
And that would be a fair assumption.
Okay.
I know how to sort of compartmentalize what's work and what I'm good at from my ego attaching to it necessarily. And so thus, I come into this industry as a humble servant, and I mean that. I know you might go, this guy's full of shit. But
no, I agree. From what I do. I actually agree with you. Dude,
we've been working together for a few months here.
Correct. And my dad, plenty of vices and flaws, legally and illegally. However, his first thing, he's like, big guy, that's him. He's like, big business, whatever. He was very skeptical. Then he met you and he was like, listen to you. He's like, hey, he's all right. And that is like the nicest compliment he's ever given anybody.
That means a lot.
He did. He was like, just a guy. And that's his big thing. If you're just a guy, that's like his biggest. So I just thought that was cool.
I'm a guy's guy. And like, I have 4 boys, and I never thought that, you know, the hobby and business could blend together necessarily.
Sure.
And I stayed on the sidelines, Mike, like, literally, I didn't force my boys into the hobby. You know, I think some dads, not force them, but I didn't even show it to them.
Yeah.
I let it happen organically. And then, you know, they started getting into it. We went to a store. They said, Dad, buy this pack. I'm like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
Buy a pack of cards?
You're cheering inside.
Cheering inside. We buy a pack, and the rest is history. So, I mean, I pointed what I've built with my network and things like that, you know, meeting Jeremy and Brian at Ludex. We're in the Ludex Lounge here at the National.
That's right.
How could we not mention that? You know, we're jumping right into it, but we're here at the National, one of the biggest shows on earth.
This is the biggest one ever, not even close.
Yeah, I was at Fanatics Fest, and so I've done both. Being new back to the hobby, which I want to talk about that because that would get us down. I want to close this out, though. I'm honored to be here. I really am able to sort of compartmentalize and go, I want to learn. And the way I can learn, the way I can contribute, whatever it might be to this industry and working with you guys on your team is to absorb. Because I have a lot to offer, but I need to learn. I'm not someone that tries to step in someone's backyard and go, well, I'm just going to dominate because I dominate or something. I want to contribute because I think the only way that this will work is if it's authentic and organic.
Yep. Totally
and so
agree.
I'm trying my best in the Ryan Alford way to just absorb, learn, and not because it's hard for me to do those things, but I do sort of run head first into everything.
Sure, yes, you got to like be a totally different mindset.
Yeah, but I'm excited because I see how much potential there is. And the reason I'm on this team is because it's a bunch of guys having a good time, but also serious about business. And I think the skill sets I bring, like, no one wants to be on a team where they're the 7th man.
Right.
They have nothing to offer, but they're getting the water bottles.
Sure.
I see my place on this team, but I also respect where this team's already gotten, and if I can do anything to elevate it, great.
Love it.
And so
that's our mindset too. Like we want this to be like the bar stool of the sports card world. Like you have fun, you screw around, you do all this stuff. Everybody can be a star. But at the end of the day, there's also the business end of it. So yeah,
exactly.
Cool.
But
I was curious though. I was like, man, I've never dealt with like a real alpha in business and like because this is a small pond and I'm like
it is. But
not
I
to
love
be a
the
scumbag.
niche.
Well, it's true, and I'm kind of like I feel like I'm one of the whales. There's a lot of us, but I'm like I'm kind of a little bit of a known person here. But I'm like this is cool to have other people who are whales in real ponds and real oceans.
It's been fun walking around like watching. You are a rock star out there, and watching a couple of other guys, and like, in my world, I'm that.
That's what I mean.
To a lot of people.
Sure.
But it's fun. Like I don't sit there and go, well, you don't know who I am. I mean, if you've noticed, like I try to tone that down.
Yeah, but you're also not bashful, which I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great actually, and I think it's going to be cool for people like your audience to say, hey, here's the journey through from because especially with us when we started. Okay, you're coming in, I had been in business for this for years. You're already at experience level, it's different. Now to see somebody like Jesse was like that, they didn't know Jesse really well. So for you, I think it's gonna be cool for people to see somebody coming back in and like really start fresh. So
I know, and I'm glad you asked that, Gio, because like I want people to know that as they're getting to know this show and what we're gonna do. And we're gonna be so integrated. Like, I mean, I'm gonna bring Gio on as often as he's gonna say uncle at some point because, we're gonna try to blend it up and with the studio in Greenville, and hopefully I'm going to try to strong arm him into a retail store in Greenville. We talked about that.
Love it. I pitched it yesterday. I'm not kidding. Yep, I'm in.
And so, so I'm just pumped. And I think it's going to be great with my 4 boys getting, to see this. I mean, literally, guys, so we'll be all over the place with this interview a little bit, but 5 minutes before we came on, Gio and 2 of my boys, Hudson and Hogan, are ripping. Gio goes and grabs a box. I was like, "What are y'all doing?" I thought we were ripping packs with your boys. I'm like, "That's cool." And
you see how excited he was, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the difference too. There was no camera around. There was not like, "Hey, okay, here we go, 3, 2." Kid ripped the pack. He's like, "Oh, Jaden Daniels," held it up. He was like pumped. I was like, that genuine. I was like, this is cool. We need more of that. Like there's business, there's everything else, but we also just need, if you don't have love of the game, there is no game. So
it's pure joy.
That was cool to see.
Yeah. Who is Mike Gia?
So I'm a breaker, content creator, podcast host, and been in the card world.
Who are you really? Who's the real Mike
That's
Gia?
it. Yeah, simplest form now, man, all about the kid. I got a 2-year-old, and that's it. My wife and kid. Our world has changed. This used to be such a bigger deal. And I called my wife last night, like, man, I should have stayed home. And I've had a great time, but it was just like, at the end of it, like, that's where it starts and ends for me. My little guy, Theo, my wife, that's it.
One of the things that I really respect about what you've built and what you've done is in being the voice or one of the major voices of the hobby is your ability to tell it like it is. And I'll say this, I've podcasted for 8 years, and I'm opinionated, but I think I struggle even sometimes, not because I'm not telling it like it is, but maybe being as direct as I want to be.
Sure.
And what I respect about you, though, is you've got a very popular show, and you just say what the hell you want and what you think. And I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, it's good and bad, right? Like, sometimes it's awesome, like, oh, the thing went viral because you called out this person or did that, and that's cool. And then it's bad when, hey, we were a sponsor and now we're not sponsoring, which has happened. Like, I've cost us money before. So I think overall the thing is done well and it's financially done well. But that's the downside. Like, sometimes you either got to learn to shut up and play the game or you're going to lose some money. So
well, that's probably sage wisdom learning, how it goes. And,
sure.
And that's definitely something to dance around. But like, what's formed your opinions of the hobby? Just experiences in it? Or is there a level of acumen that's come from something else?
No, this is it. So I was just doing construction for years. Like, me and my wife had a tiny apartment, lived in it forever, super content, thrilled. Like, we were happy just having nothing and making no money. And we were happy, so we didn't care. Had no business experience, but I always was kind of like, man, I would look at things like, I think I could do this better than somebody. Like, I think, not even as an ego thing, just I think I could improve this. And then we had a chance to really get into breaking originally, and then just really get into the hobby, and then it kind of took off. But the viewpoint now is just like, I've seen a lot of these guys come and go, which I'm sure you have, like, in your business. Like, dude, 2021, there were a billion business and finance podcasts, and all these losers, when they couldn't just point at any stock that was 10xing, they left. It's like, because there's some of these, you actually have to know what the heck is going on. That's how the hobby was. It was like, this dude's got a great camera and is well-spoken, more well-spoken than I am. Let's follow his advice. And it's like, this guy is a dummy. Like, this moron could get run over by a truck and just look around like, what happened? Just stupid people, but they came across well, like snake oil salesmen. And I hated that. Like, I just was like, when I sold the company in 2020, I was like, I'm done, I'm retired, I'm gonna step back. And I started digging into content. And I was so angry. I'm a fiery Italian from Boston. I was just pissed. I was like, this stuff is terrible. You losers who have no idea are telling other people. I was like, I'm out. I can't do it. So it was all started out of spite. Everything out of spite. Terrible.
It doesn't surprise me though, hearing that.
It's true, yeah.
You know, that's sometimes the best things come from. It's all energy and motion. Like, it's like inertia. Inertia starts from a lot of different things.
Sure.
It's like, what gets that ball moving?
Yeah, yep.
You know,
and as long as it's authentic. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going out of my way to call out people who are, like, there's been sometimes people have called, hey, we gotta crush this guy. He did X, Y, Z. If I don't agree with it, I just won't say anything. I'm not gonna crush people just to get the clicks. But if you need to be called out, I mean, that's to me, that's part of the job also.
The hobby's changed a lot since I was
Tons.
I was the late 80s, you know, junk wax. Unfortunately, it didn't come up during the any of the good periods of like great cards. I have all the junk wax of the late 80s, early 90s. 91 Donruss, that's a good year.
Oh, perfect. Good for kindling.
Yeah, exactly. And bicycle spokes.
Yep.
It's changed a lot. It'd be easy to lump it all into money. Yeah, well, that's changed it.
Yep.
But what's the good and the bad and the ugly of the hobby right now?
Yeah, so the good, like I do, like you said, that's almost an easy answer. Like, money has changed it. Money has, but interest is where it started first. Like, people coming in with interest, those people who had interest in the hobby also had a lot of money to spend. The COVID boom was nuts. Like, there was no other time like that where you could buy anything and just resell it and make a profit. Like, everybody did it and it worked great. But the interest level is different. You know, and like the Fanatics guys will tell you, now it's like a cool, I always say, well, hey, us nerds, myself included, us nerds are in the hobby. And now it's like, no, there's a bunch of like cool guys out here. All these athletes do it. It's a different world. And so the popularity is good. Yeah. Popularity is also bad. You got socially awkward people where this was their escape. Like, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna just nerd out on a 25-cent box and build my sets, but this is my safe place. And it was good for them. And now it's like, hey, can you move away from that box? I gotta film content next to you. Or, hey, this guy's gotta be making a deal for 10,000.
Yeah.
So I do feel like we've squeezed out some people, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of like the trade-off with any industry. As it takes off, like, I can't go buy a house for 20 grand.
No.
That stinks. The house I live in is worth a lot more than 20 grand. Cool, that's good. It's kind of the give and take of it.
I know, and I had this conversation like yesterday of talking to someone, and the money has changed, the cost of cards has changed. But I don't know how you put that genie back in the bottle, because if you walk around and you want to go, man, I want to make it more affordable so kids can buy a $2 pack again. Well, guess what? Those kids walking around down there wouldn't be happy with a $1 base card.
Yep.
They all have the parallels out of 10 and walking around with $5,000 to $100,000 cases from 10 years old to 25 years old.
It's wild.
And so I don't know how you put that genie doesn't go back in the bottle, because I mean everybody's kind of sipping from the same juice now.
Agreed, yeah. And you said it right. I think me and you were talking too, like, every table you go to is hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. How are they all worth it? Because everybody's buying it. Like, there's such a crazy market. But it's like, okay, let's get kids involved. I hate to say it, but to a degree, it's like anything else. Like, all kids should be able to go to Disney World. Okay, well, Disney World's now $150 for the day.
Exactly.
It used to be $20. Cool, I get it. It's not anymore. Do I feel bad for the people who now can't get in? Yes. There's also entry levels, though. You can still get the $2 pack. If your kid's not content with that, I understand that. He sees his buddies with 10 grand, but like, that's the reality. If you want to get to that point, you got to start hustling at a younger age. That's the good, though. Dude, the entrepreneurial level of 12-year-olds in this hobby is obscene. Yeah. When I was 12, I was trying to climb a tree and like try to be 4'10". These 12-year-olds are like, oh, my ROI on this card is here and my margin. And I'm like, great. Like, that's the world you've created.
So Mike, you're a breaker.
Yep.
You had a show, talk about the hobby. What's breaking doing to the hobby, if anything, positively and negatively? And where's it going? Because it's pretty saturated now, and there's only so much product to go around, but I'd love just perspective just about that subsegment of the hobby.
Yeah, so good and bad, right? Good, it is the fastest growing form of the hobby. People love it. It's the gambling mentality. Like, you ever seen a casino go out of business? No, because people want to chase. They like. I like to think there's more to it than just pulling the slot machine lever, because there's a community, there's some piece, the personal collection aspect to it, but it is the easiest way to get people in. Like, you see a guy on a screen, you click a button, you're in. I don't have to go to Chicago, I don't have to go to a shop. So it's good for that. The growth is good.
Yeah.
The bad is there's a ton of money to be made, so you have bad actors.
Yeah.
Hey, and some of the worst garbage tactics. Let's hype up crap and hook you, and then as you're slowly losing money, you just don't know it yet. You're so hooked, and then I feel like there's a lot of attrition, because those people come in and they're hooked and it's all great, but then I hyped up a card to be worth $200, they just sold it for 47, and now they're like, man, I'm done, like I don't want to keep doing. So there's good and bad. I think you have to foster a community. If you're just in it for the short term, but it is crazy. Like, that area just keeps growing.
As a marketer, I think I have a lot of opinions, but I've never been like the prognosticator necessarily. But in 2018, before COVID, I did a FedEx speech and said live selling by 2025 will be on its way to.
Dude.
And
spot on.
That whole like segment of live selling is not just cards and collectibles, a lot of other things too. But that hasn't even, I mean, as a whole, live selling is barely on the uptick of the bell curve. That is the speed with which that is going to increase. I think we're just on the cusp of it across collectibles, everything.
Yeah. I also think, like, look at other markets.
Yeah.
Like the Asian market with live selling,
yeah.
a billion times. I am curious too. Let me ask you, because again, you're the marketing guy. I have no experience with that. To me, I would look at it and say, I think breaking is the easiest thing in this hobby, the easiest entry, easiest aspect to market.
Yes.
Like, dude, it's like come in and hang out with your friends virtually, and we're gonna rip stuff. I think that's part of the appeal.
Yeah, exactly. And I always say, like, there's becomes intersections of things that matter, and you have this intersection of technology capability, smartphones, proliferation of smartphone networks and Wi-Fi, the ubiquitous nature of connectivity, combined with these apps and the development of those, combined with demand and people ready to do it. And there's been this intersection now, and the timing, and COVID sped it up probably. I think it was coming anyway, sped it up, the life cycle.
I agree.
But there's been this perfect intersection where those things have hit. One of the biggest things is, you know, if you go home and you open a pack by yourself, it's fun.
If a tree falls in the woods, though.
Yeah, but a tree falls in the woods, you heard it.
I agree.
You know? So it's the immediate water cooler effect of telling everybody what you did all weekend, but you're live in the stream with them or whatever, and it brings together so many things of FOMO combined with community. People are ready and willing and able now to do community in the digital space.
Yep. Like never before.
10 years ago, they weren't ready for that.
Right.
And that's where I think COVID probably sped that along. They're like, because people were staying at home.
Right.
And they had to, like, if you were going to have community, it was going to be digitally.
That's right. Yep.
And so now it's going shopping together, and no more I have to open a pack alone. And so now I think it's the perfect intersection of all of these things, and which is why it's booming. The supply and demand is an interesting aspect of what that does. It's like, because once you start chopping up boxes, you know, it's like, on one hand, it allows you to get access to something, like you maybe cannot afford that Prism 2024 football box. It's $1,000. You can't afford that.
And especially if I only want the Patriots.
Exactly.
I don't even want to spend the money to chase them. Like, I just want the one to. Yeah, I agree.
So that's the benefit.
Yep.
Then the negative is, it's like chicken or the egg. Are the boxes costing more because there's breaks, or, you know?
Yep, or the breaks just more because the product is more.
Exactly.
Correct. Yep.
And where do you stand on that?
50-50. So like I would say this, box prices have gone up.
Yeah.
Singles have gone up. I mean, I made my money in singles. I collected Tom Brady since 2010. I was buying patch out. I mean, I sold his Contenders Champ ticket for $7,500 15 years ago. That card is worth $700,000 now. I guess it's an extreme example, but that's the example. So I don't want this box to be $500. Okay, well, do you also want the single best hit you can get to only be worth $1,000?
Ceiling in the floor.
And I'm skewed, right? Like, I fully admit I'm biased, I'm a breaker. I do think some stuff is way overpriced, and we speak to that, but it's like, people want to hit the $1 million card now. That's the market. Like the Ohtani Judge, that's $500,000 to $1 million. Nobody wants to hit a $10,000. Even that is insane. People aren't chasing a $10,000 card anymore. We are chasing the $100,000 or $1 million. So to that extreme, it's like, so that's kind of where we live with it.
There's been some news lately. Sports Card Nonsense Media Network.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
So yeah, very cool.
You know, I'm excited to be a part of it, but how do you feel about the growth of all this?
I'm excited. I mean, like me and Jesse, our thing was we want to do more. Jesse's my co-host on the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, we want to do more, but it's like we're tapped out. Like I've got a newborn at the house. He's got family stuff. We have a lot going on. We kind of brought this as far as we could, and then it was like we had a good team anyways. Then we get guys, like I said, big people from outside the hobby coming in with a bigger following. Like our following is massive in the hobby. Our following is a peon in the real world. So to bring guys like yourself in, to me, it was like, hey, let's just build a whole network. And that was like for me and Jeremy and Chris too, our vision was like, I kind of dumb it down, like was the Barstool model.
Yeah.
Like one podcast is cool. 7 podcasts and 5 shows and 50 clips a week and content about content and then debates within the team. Like we get to that level and I just don't think there's anybody in the hobby that does it. And there's nothing authentic.
You went there. You nailed it.
Oh, I hate every other content.
The last
for that
word
reason.
was the one,
Yes.
if you didn't say it, I was going to. That's why I'm here. You know, meeting Jeremy, meeting Chris, meeting you, you know, I was like, these are guys I'd want to hang out with. This is real.
Yeah.
And your show was real anyway. That's why I respected it. I'm like, it's real. And in a way, it's, because where I was going to go next, being the brand guy, you know, nonsense. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like part irreverence, part don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
Like, what
part
else
we're
is-
talking about pictures of dudes on cards, like chill out. But yeah, that is really, and even like the thing about authenticity, like does it prohibit certain brands? Because I want yes men to make stupid content? Sure. Yeah. But like the brands, some of these brands we work with for years are pretty big deals in this world. And it's like, hey, we're glad you ripped us the other day. Because then when you praise us down the road for something you actually like, it's authentic as well. So I think there's a real opportunity.
It's interesting with the brand comment. I think not only are we going to do this together, bringing more brands into the hobby,
which is why we need you.
Hobby.
And that's there it is, dude. Because that is the ultimate golden goose. Hobby money's cool. I'm not talking about Ruben. Hobby sponsorship. Real money is different. Yeah,
yes,
I agree.
And they need to be here because when you look at the data, look, I've been digging into the data. Like I'm a marketing guy and a creative guy and all this, but I'm also a data junkie. And when I started looking at the data, that's when I went, okay, this is a hobby and it's cool. The boys like it, but this is real business. The affluent audience that's in this industry. Mm-hmm. And their loyalties and the tie-ins to the brands that I know what I used to recommend to brands.
Sure.
I'd go, you should be on this, that, and the other from a media perspective.
Right.
When I looked at the data from the hobby, I'm like, this beats 9 out of 10 things I ever recommended to them.
Yeah, here's your extremely heavy male demographic, 24 to 50 with expendable income. Like,
Hello.
Yeah, and by the way, I say male heavy dom. It is, like at this point, like we're working with some female creators too. I want to build that out as well.
Yeah.
But I also know at the core of it's like, hey, what's your demographic, age, like who are you appealing to? And in here, I'm just like, this seems like a home run. But
do you think their hobby's ready for more women?
Yeah, so we were talking, there's a girl named Kayla. I say girl, she's 20 years younger than me, so she's a girl to me. Authenticity there, I think, is even harder to find.
Yeah.
Because there are some women in our hobby right now, they put out a bunch of content. As soon as the camera's off, hey, what do you collect, this, that? Nothing. It's a paid spot, which, by the way, a lot of companies do that. Hey, we have to have diversity. We need a woman here and that. Great, like, I guess, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Good for you. I just want good people who like the hobby. This young woman was, me and Danny met with the other day. I liked it because she is a crazy collector. She's been in it since before the boom. She was going to cards when she was like 12. And I was like, this is what we need. Like, this is a cool thing. The fact you're a girl, great, whatever. You check that box. You're a collector who makes content. Awesome. So I want more. I don't want more women in the hobby just to come in and make content and not be in the hobby. If you're going to come over, we want everybody. If you're coming here for a paycheck, I'm good. We can find other people to do that who also have passion.
Yeah, I love that. It's the right answer too. And it's why, it's another reason I'm coming in the way I'm coming in is because I want it to be that way. Like I mean, I get paid for brands to do whatever.
Sure.
But I wasn't going to do that here until I've spent a year and 6 figures plus learning the hobby again, understanding it again, paying my own dime to then go, I have something to contribute, and now I know what's going on.
Yep.
And
then you bring your outside expertise.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's like a cool, like you talked to intersections before, dude, you're one of those intersection people. Hey, like I got the means and the funds out here. Yeah. I don't have to just be in here chasing the brand money, which I think is great. Because some people doing the content have to. I got to make X amount of money to stay in the life. I get that. Like, I don't even knock those people.
No.
But like that was my thing when I came in, and that's why for you, you're making your real money there. This will make money eventually, but we get to control who we make money from.
Exactly.
Which I like.
And I think it will, in turn, make it better and bigger deals because
Agreed.
we don't have to chase it. It will come and we'll build it the right way. It's interesting. You talked to Michael Rubin.
Yep.
I was watching that interview. It's fascinating hearing him talk about the hobby. The owner of Fanatics, Topps, everything that's happening with licensing. Mm-hmm. That's been something that's really interesting. That's new with the hobby. I mean, I know they had the same deals 30 years, 25 years ago when I was in it, but like the Panini
You didn't
thing,
hear about it then either.
No, but it's so funny. 8 months ago, opening one of my second boxes of the foray back into the hobby, and I go, there's no logos on it. I didn't even know.
Oh,
I didn't even know.
Sure.
I was like, I thought it was an air box.
Yeah.
I was like, where the logo? I didn't know anything about that. And listening to Michael talk about it and the license changes and buying a lot of boxes now where you don't have it's weird.
Agreed. It's a weird segmented thing for the next year and a half. Yep.
Yeah.
Because when we were younger, it was just like, hey, here's Topps, Upper Deck, Flair, Don Russ, all different, all independent, running, which I think is great. I also think competition is the best because, like, if I'm trying to be better than you, I'm going to work harder. Like, I like that.
Should the deal have happened?
And Michael knows this, Mr. Rubin. I hate exclusivity of any kind.
Yeah.
Like, if you got two people competing, I'm an athlete, Division 9 athlete-ish.
High tide raises all ships.
Yeah. Like, we're not going like Division 1. Like Division 9, though. Me and the old guys run ball twice a week.
Yeah.
I play better when I'm playing guys who are a little better than me. I'm going to try to chase them down. My jump shot's going to be better. I'm going to use my left hand. But, So
the hobby's benefited from them competing.
I think so. So
Yeah.
you take that
I think
aspect
that's
away. True. Now, the good thing is, too, Ruben's also like, hey, I make money everywhere I go. I'm not going to bet against him. And they're in this for 20 years. So I'm also like, well, he's not going to tank it. We're not going to overproduce. I know those are fears, but to me, why would he do that? If you can make money for 20 years and grow it like it's been growing. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, if you told me we have 3 or 4 companies with licensing, that's my paradise situation.
What's Panini going to do?
I have no idea. Yeah, and like,
are they going to be able to do what Topps has been able to do and sort of eking out sales without the license because they signed all these top guys for autos and things? I mean, like,
it's tough because even those deals will go away. Like the PA,
Yeah.
So like they'll have NIL deals. Like Arch Manning's a good example. They'll have Arch Manning NIL. They have it now until he's a part of the PA. Then you lose him. There's no love lost with me and Panini. I don't like them. I have them for years. Like the arrogance they came to us with. Just, I'm sorry. Like when you come to me with, hey, why do we need you or anybody else? We're Panini or we're any company. It's just like, okay, cool. Hey, when you're king of the hill, like you can talk like that. And I got news for you. You get knocked off the hill. You weren't there for us. Cool. Have a good fall. Like I have no sympathy. I know that's terrible. I also know, though, in 3 years, all we're going to hear about is, man, remember the golden age, though, Panini. Anytime you can't have it, it's the greatest.
Yeah.
Dude, like, it's like, oh, Topps was terrible. We hate Topps. Then Panini takes a license. Man, Topps Chrome 2000 was unbelievable. We couldn't sell it. Nobody wanted it. Panini, everybody hates it. Redemptions, they don't fulfill stuff. That's now. 3 years, dude, National Treasures was the greatest. Can you imagine we don't have National? That's exactly what, it's always, everything else is always great. Nobody ever remembers when you're in the moment, so.
That's how it is. We always want what we don't have. What's your thoughts on hobbies? It's broad. Collectibles is broad. Like Pokemon, even if you're not a Pokemon specialist.
Crazy.
But like, that is a subculture in itself.
I've never
Star
seen
Wars and everything else.
I've never seen anything like Pokemon. Insane. Yep. Passionate collectors, intelligent collectors, way better marketers than card guys. You know the Pokemon tables out there because they have lights, they have the little spin wheel, they have... Pokemon people know how to sell. Like they are just, in general, they are a class above us. they kill it, man. They do.
There is a sophistication to them or
something,
dude. You know?
Showcase out there where the guy's like, oh, you want this card? He's hitting like animation on the... I don't even know how he did it. And I was just like, this dude is literally working magic and selling cards. Like, stupid. It's awesome. Yep.
It is. It's interesting seeing it blended in, too. We're here at the National in Chicago, largest sports memorabilia show in the country, but it's sort of just blended in. Every show I've been in since we've been back in the game, you see it kind of thread throughout a little bit.
So like your local show, I know you do the local show, the Trade Night with you.
Yeah.
So the split, I've been telling Jesse, recently there's been some Nashville shows, the smaller ones, 80-20 Pokemon to sports, long-standing sports shows. What is the mix in Greenville, like, or that area with your shows?
It's 60-40 probably sports.
Oh, really? But Pokemon's
growing.
So 2 years ago, though, what was Pokemon? 5%, 10%?
Yeah, I wasn't in the flow of it, but my understanding, hearing and talking to people in the market, it's growing faster. Yeah,
I agree.
I think it's growing faster. I don't think it's one or the other. It's a different market.
Correct.
Like it's my kids are kind of in that in-between age. I got a 9-year-old and a 16-year-old, the low and the high. And I even can appreciate the artwork of the Pokemon. Do I want to showcase it in my sports
No.
office? No.
Yeah.
But do I appreciate the art? Do I mind opening some packs, ripping packs with the kids? No. They're fun.
And you talk about entry level. Like, I've never seen a new Pokemon box. I know they spike above retail.
Yeah.
But the $40 box spikes to $120. Cool. Like, I don't like the fact that we get scalpers going crazy, but the fact you can buy what are you buying for $120 in baseball, basketball, football? Yeah.
That's the thing. We can rip boxes and that and have a nice night, and I'm not like, I'm at a point where I'm not sweating it, but like, I'm still like going, this is just dumb, you know? You spend $1,000 on one night, like ripping 3 boxes of
That's what
football.
I mean.
It's like, whether you've got it or not, it's like.
I'm with you. Dude, we get over and get weird with Dynasty. I mean, if we get weird for an hour, it's not 3, like we're 48,000 deep. Like, I don't care how much, like, that's a lot of money. Like, I don't care, billionaire, 48 grand, and you got pictures of cars. I love cars, but like, that's what they are. So I do like that aspect.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of room for growth in the hobby. I'm excited to bring that to life, having the boys involved and, doing it organically. I just, really appreciate you coming on, man.
Dude, I really am. I'm super excited. We're trying to get content, guys. I did not think people in your level with where you're at with your career and stuff like that had any interest. So the fact that you are in on something like this, I think is great. I do. I really think that's what we needed. We need outside money. We also need outside people.
Yeah.
If you just make good content. I don't care that you don't know every subset in Prism or freaking Optic. You have an interest, you have kids, you want to get in, and I'm like, this dude's an expert at what he does. I think that's what's going to separate this from the other guys trying to make content.
I'm excited, man. We'll have all the links and stuff.
Cool.
Anything else we want to plug as we shut it down?
Sports cards nonsense everywhere, and collectibles, si.com/collectibles. Nailed it.
You got it.
I got it. So, yeah.
Brother,
Thank you,
appreciate it. Hey, guys, Collectibles on SI, the first edition of many. We're going to have lots of content blended into this from the National. Your man Gio is on the floor telling it like he always does. It's hilarious. We're going to be showing more of that content. You got to see this guy in action, really on the floor. He lives it, breathes it, just like he talks it. And I'm telling you, it's going to be great. I appreciate Gio for coming on. I appreciate you for tuning in. The best is yet to come.
You know what you came for. Those rad rips of the week. Let's get at it. Rad rips of the week. 2 of our favorites, Select and Mosaic from 2024 football. So let's go ahead and open these guys up. All right, what we got? Let's see. Each pack, so the Mosaic, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs. In the Select, you've got 6 packs, 6 and 6. Those reactive blue parallels, you've got things like micro mosaics, which we've hit some of. Stained glass, that's a fun one. Both beautiful cards, by the way, premium sets. We'll see how it goes. We'll start with Mosaic. Brees Hall, good player, John Taylor, Gould, rookie, finishing out with the notoriety that Tua Hall of Fame. So we'll go pack for pack here between each one. The Select cards are nice, though. 2024 came out later in the season. Oh, there's our boy. I think he's having a bounce back year this year, guys. Very worthy with Mahomes and Hampton. Not a bad start. All right, Mosaic. What we got? We got all kinds of lighting. That's what I'm saying with these cards. We have to change that up. We got Jatavion Sanders, Ace of Base, Terrell Owens, Blake Corum on the rookie. Another touchdown masters. So far. We're saving the fireworks here. Which one of these do you like better? Mosaic or Select? I have to get some little shading of light here. It's going to feel like everything's got a refractor on it. Oh, there's Marvin Harrison Jr. We'll take him. Little rookie. Brian Thomas Jr. on the die cut. That's cool. Let's speed through this. Let's see what we got here. Derek Carr, retired. Last card he'll have. Ricky Sanders. There's the Penix on that horizontal. The lighting in here is making every one of these cards look amazing. And we're going to think, everybody watching is going to be like, whoa, what set of these? Quentin Johnson, Graham, Roma Dunze. Who's this? Von Bell, Aiden Hutchinson, coming back from injury. Gabe Davis, William Waddle. We're moving through it. Rad rips of the week. Kyle Pitts, Eddie George, Michael Irvin, Corey Taylor, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's a good one. Got the refractor galore in here at the studio. It makes every card look. Tip Freeman. Red likes Tip. All right, 2 of each left here. Hate it for Jordan Travis. Every time I see his cards, and I seem to get a ton of them, I always hate it because this is what he had to go through. Tip Freeman again. Told you. Judy, National Pride. Mosaic makes some good cards, though. All right, Select. What we got here? 2 packs left. Patrick, Herbert. All these offensive linemen on these the SP inserts here. Stafford, great quarterback. Ooh, that's something. Eric Dickerson. That is a definite insert. Out of 199, the white. Eric Dickerson. Very cool looking card, by the way. Hey, you ask and you shall receive here on Collectibles. I said, can we get it numbered? Let's get it numbered. And out of 199, very cool looking card for Eric Dickerson, one of the greatest running backs of all time. Finish with Brian Thomas Jr., who I think is going to have a monster year with my boy. All right, last pack magic. So Wilson, Tua, National Pride here. Why does these cards feel thick? Don't remember even seeing him. Isaiah Pacheco on the Mosaic. Max Crosby on what looks like the Fire Mosaic. And it's just a Chrome bang card. Going out with a bang. So far, I'd call Select the winner. Trevor Lawrence again on the front. We like it. Buda Baker. Santi Samuel. Cool. It's almost like once you get that one hit, you know you're not getting any others. Look, Xavier Legette, good rookie. And we like these cards, but just don't be fooled by our lighting in here. Not everyone is a fire-breathing dragon parallel. There you go, your Rad Rips of the Week, 2024 Select and Mosaic. Fun rips, good-looking cards. Ultimately, I think Select one out there. More inserts, and this numbered white Eric Dickerson is cool. Very cool. Numbered out of 199, and I think look cooler even than the numbering per se. That's your Rad Rips of the Week. We're going to be breaking every week. Boys will be on here with me. We'll get this lighting a little improved so that every card doesn't look like the greatest parallel of all time. So maybe that's good. We'll show them on the eBay. We do eBay Live, guys, so check that out. Our eBay Live store is under the Rad Collective. The Rad Collective will have links to all that. We also do live breaks coming up on our good partner, eBay Live. So the Rad Collective on eBay and eBay Live. Appreciate them as we bring to life the hobby behind the scenes. We're in it, folks. Not just talking about it, we're doing it every week right here. That's your Rad Rip of the Week.
We'll see you next time. Collectibles on SI.
Hey, thanks for tuning into the show. Don't forget to follow us on your favorite podcast platform. And don't miss the full video version on YouTube. You can find us at www.collectibles.show or follow Ryan on Instagram at Ryan Alford. We want you to send in your biggest rips and PC hits of the week to get featured on the Collectibles on SI show. It's not about the price, it's about what it means to collect. Now get out there and collect yours.